Here's a hard truth that most women don't want to hear. Sometimes you lose a good man not because of his mistakes, but because of your own behavior. It's not always cheating that destroys a relationship. Most of the time, it's the small things that build up slowly, making him feel disrespected, unwanted, unappreciated, and like nothing he ever does is good enough for you. When a man starts feeling more emotionally drained than happy in a relationship, he doesn't start a big fight or make a dramatic exit. He simply walks away slowly and silently. And when he finally leaves for good, it feels like a complete shock. But the truth is, the warning signs were always there. You just chose to ignore them. If your man seems distant today, stop pointing fingers at him and be honest with yourself first. Show him genuine respect. Appreciate his efforts. Make him feel truly valued and seen. Because once he discovers that life feels lighter, calmer, and more peaceful without you, he will never come back.
Bro, I just seen a video of it saying, ask your girl for $50, bro, just to test her, just to see what she do. You know what I'm saying? Like, just act like you left your wallet at the crib. You need $50 real quick just to borrow it, right? And it dawned on me, bro, it's a lot of out here, bro, who will pay $1,500, gang, to go see Chris Brown. $1,500. But won't get a $50, bro, and try to make a excuse about that. Then here they go in the comments. Oh, I'm not giving no man no money. I was raised like that. As a man, you should have your own this and that. You don't have money on you. You don't have cash. Whole time, gang, you just being tested, and they don't understand that. But you will go give a who you don't know $1,500 worth of your money that you probably have to work for 2 weeks just to save up on. But you can't give your man $50? Gang, when I said that blew my mind, bro, I had to actually think about that. Like, bro, that's so sad that we actually got to talk about this. Bro, I am baffled. I am flabbergasted.
A lot of modern women continue to say that men aren't putting forth effort. Yes, I am. I'm just not giving you the effort because you on some BS.
A man with money but no character is still expensive. See, you're just paying in a different currency. Y'all out here asking what he makes, I'm asking what he costs. Because a man can make 6 figures and still cost you your peace. He can cost you your confidence. He can cost you your joy. He can cost you your sense of safety. He can pay every bill in the house and still leave you emotionally bankrupt. That's because provision was never just about money. See, peace is provision. Integrity is provision. Consistency is provision. Faithfulness is provision. Character is provision. And while you've been chasing the man with the bag, you might have walked right past the man with the character, the man who shows up, the man who tells the truth when lying would have been easy, the man who makes you feel safe instead of anxious, the man who protects your peace instead of constantly disturbing you. Because money can buy a lifestyle, but it can't buy trust. Money can buy a house, but it can't make it feel like a home. So stop asking if he can afford you and start asking if he can sustain you. Because a man who costs you your peace is the most expensive man you'll ever have.
Y'all, in our marriage, we do what we call just let them be. We just let each other be. If I want to get a crazy haircut or a different haircut, Dustin just lets me do it. If he wants to start his newest hobby for the week, I just let him do it and encourage him. If we want to take a nap on the weekends, one of us does and the other one doesn't, guess what? We're napping. Whoever wants to nap is going to get a nap. And although I love to clean house and do laundry, if there's a day that I just don't want to do it. I just don't have the energy. I'm just not doing it. Dustin says, take you a break. You deserve a break. Take you a break. And honey, he could care less if I vacuum or wash another piece of clothes for 3 weeks. And Dustin loves seafood. I do not eat seafood, but honey, if he wants seafood, we're going to eat some seafood. And I will make do if I have to eat off that kids menu. I don't care. I'm just excited that he's getting to eat his favorites. I make do. That's what we do over here. We just make do and just let each other be. We've always said we didn't marry each other to change each other. We married each other because we loved each other how we were. So we've stayed true to that. We just let each other be. We're just, like Dustin says, no fuss, no muss. We just let each other be who God intended for us to be. And we still grow and we learn every day, and we do it with joy because we get excited for each other and support each other. And it's the best way to be, y'all. And honey, it makes life so chill and our marriage just flows.
Men have started going their own direction and quit fixing the mistakes and the foolishness. And some of the stuff is not even a mistake. It's just you doing whatever you want to do and expecting a man to save you. And when I, as a man, have stopped doing that, my life has gotten a lot better.
If you're not trying to say I love you in 2 weeks, go on vacation in 4, get married in about 2 months, then why the fuck are you in my DM? Why are you here? Cause, yeah.
Come on, shorty. You know exactly why niggas in your DMs. Now, saying you love somebody in 2 weeks is, I've heard that before, but getting married in 2 months that's tight crazy. You are definitely a hopeless romantic. As soon as you meet a nigga you're attracted to, you like, yeah, that's my husband. But men, by any means, don't fall for that. They lying to you when they say that shit. They want you to do the most. Once you do the most, they gonna pack you up. Your time is up, my boy. I've definitely dealt with a woman like that. She was like, oh, I love you in 2 weeks and everything all good and flowers and roses and all that. The next thing you know, she crazy. I can tell shorty crazy. She pulling up to your crib, popping tires, breaking glass, doing all that. Hiding in the bushes with the binoculars, trying to see where you say you at. Location on all the time. Air tag probably in your ass crack. Trust and believe. You trying to go out with the guy, she's poisoning your food. She putting laxative in that motherfucker. Now you got bubble guts all day. You can't go outside and play. You can't do shit. Trust me. I know.
Well, honestly and truly, most of these modern women want to get their hearts broken by Chad and Tyrone. For the rest of us who actually want to improve on ourselves, we're going to go somewhere else and do that. And that's what today's sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle, helps you to do.
My personal perception and what I've been through, you can't be too overly nice. Like, you could be nice, you could be a gentleman, but like, don't like overly do it in the beginning. Like, literally the beginning, I feel like the girl should be on you more. So I would say like do little shit and then like kind of like just be cool. Like, don't be on her. Like, you know, or like, I got you these flowers today, and but don't overly text her like for a day or two. But like, do something that's gonna like stay in her mind. Like, oh, he did not have to do that. He did that for me. Bring her lunch on her lunch break or whatever.
I told y'all there's nothing to gain from being a great guy. There's no point of being a great guy. Literally, good guys finish last in dating. It's just is what it is. Like, don't be a bad guy, but don't be a great guy either. Just be an okay guy. I wouldn't even bring her flowers like she mentioned. Don't do the flowers. Don't even bring her lunch on her. No. Do things for her in the early stages that like the two of you can both enjoy, but like just don't be that good of a guy. Just be around enough to keep her interest and enough to where she doesn't think like, oh, he's really rude and disrespectful. But just don't do anything. Literally just be there in sense of, okay, hey, I want to go and take you out. Just vibe out with her. But that's it. Just vibe out with her. Don't do nothing for her. Literally do nothing for her. And she's going to like you, bro. She'll fall in love with you just because you did nothing for her. It's the guy that's doing everything for her that is getting nothing. There's a indirect correlation between what women want and what women say they want. And it's usually the complete opposite. And so if you want to keep a woman, just don't be a good guy. That is the best way to get a woman. Just be a decent guy.
A lot of these modern women like to comment on a man's masculinity. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Well, I believe a man should be this, and this, right? But I think the problem is a lot of these modern women really don't have a concept of what a man is. You can have an opinion, but the unfortunate thing for a lot of these modern women is their opinion is wrong. Their opinion of what a man is and what a man should be is wrong. That's not actually how a man works. That's not actually how masculinity works. They don't know that. They're just talking about what they read in some book somewhere.
We cannot be friends if this is how you are. Let's say in this case I'm married. You are my homegirl, but you expect me to put you over my spouse. Are you? If I get married, my husband will come first. That's common sense. I can't be one with you. I can't get into covenant with you and God. That is spiritually impossible. I am not going to have children with you. If I even get of you trying to place yourself above my husband, I will question your sexuality. I don't just question some men's sexuality when they act a certain way. You just gotta show me once that you do not respect my husband, you do not respect my marriage, you do not respect my role as his wife, and you are indirectly trying to take his place. You are gay and we are done. You are free to be gay. That has nothing to do with me. But possessive, shady, and acting like you want to be in my husband's place? You can go that way. We're done.
Unpopular opinion. Most, not all, most husbands are afraid to tell their wives exactly how they feel. And that's why most, not all, marriages suck. Because husbands don't have the balls to tell their wives that they don't like certain things. And they want them to do certain things. Men, you guys gotta stop with the being afraid of your wife, being afraid of hurting her feelings. Meanwhile, you're miserable. Meanwhile, you hate your life because you don't have the balls to tell her exactly how you feel because you're so afraid of what might happen. You know what might happen if you don't say anything? You're gonna go on being miserable. You're gonna go on distracting yourself with video games and sports and alcohol and maybe even drugs and porn. That's what's gonna happen. Man up.
I have a saying in the school that I have online where the single you is the married you, right? So even when I'm single, I am looking the same as when I'm married. I'm talking the same as when I'm married. There's certain language I don't use. There's certain clothing that I don't put on, even when I'm single. But what women want to believe is the single them is different than the married them. That all of a sudden they're going to become modest and they're going to speak a different way and do a different thing. No, baby, I cook now, clean now. I take care of myself, I take care of the people in my life. I dress modestly. I make sure that I'm clean in my speech, right? The single you is the married you.
So what you got to say about the women who be like they're in the soft girl era, the villain girl era, and hot girl summer?
Life is about patterns, though. And what you've done in the past, there's a pretty strong chance that you're going to do it in the future. So that's what people don't realize, that when you practice being degenerate, that's not something you're going to lay down overnight. I tell men this too. Can we be honest? Men who are hoes, men who are out here sleeping around and then think that a ring is going to keep them faithful. It isn't. That's your pattern. That's what you've been doing. So the chances of you continuing to do that is pretty high. Like I really believe in the single us is the married us. So that's why I carry myself a certain way all the time, regardless of my relationship status. There are certain things I'm not going to do, whether I'm single or married. That's what I want our people to return to. And we used to be this way. And that's how Black women got husbands, is being modest and being feminine and being, yes, I know how to make homemade biscuits.
Men nowadays, they don't want girlfriends.
The men you want don't want girlfriends.
No.
The ones that get super up and successful, no point for them to settle down a little bit unless they're moral or religious because they have so much optionality.
I agree.
If you wait to the end when they already made it, why they struggle all this time to not express and enjoy the reward of optionality with women. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use some discernment, see if this guy can have potential to be something in the future, and then lock him down. So you gotta find somebody.
Are you an open man or are you?
I'm a loyal nigga. What's up? You need some. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time.
No, I'm doing okay.
Oh, you're good here.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. You be choosing.
Why do women have to prove their value, but men just have to show up?
I think it's the opposite. I think men have to prove their value, and a woman just has to show up.
It depends on who you asking.
No, I think if you're pretty, you could get access to the parties, to the invite only, to the private yachts, to the billionaires club, just because they want to have you in the room. Now, we know what they want you in the room for, but if you're smart, you don't go for it. You work the room so that they invite you directly after. Whereas men got to earn the money, have the job, get the accolades, do the achievement in order to even almost have access to some of the things that she gets. Mm-hmm. So I actually feel like beautiful women get much more opportunities than men do.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think?
It just depends on who you're asking.
Personally, I don't know the answer. I just feel like for me personally, I think that as a woman, I get more opportunities than a man because I think that men want me to be in the space, but they don't expect me to come with the character or the work ethic that I come with. And that's what keeps me in the room. What I look like might get me to the room, maybe if I know somebody, but what I'm built by or built of is what keeps me in the room.
I married the nice guy, the guy who made me laugh. I married the guy who was stable, who didn't yell. I married the guy who wasn't afraid to get down on the floor and play with kids. I married the guy who laughed really loudly, who didn't seem to care if anybody was watching. I married the guy who was soft with me, who listened to me on the phone for hours.
Spoiler alert, guys, they are separated, heading towards divorce, which is so disappointing and exactly why so many will say that a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family and a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. And it is exactly when loyalty and commitment is not valued over individual happiness. In these situations, 100% of the time, the grass is not greener and the woman ends up regretting the divorce. But what's unfair and unfortunate for men oftentimes that are committed, that are loyal, they have to go through this sort of loss, and that kind of stinks.
I understand the woman bring life. Y'all don't.
How do you get that life?
Go in the hospital and get a sperm donor. You don't need a man. You need a physical woman to bear a child for you.
And y'all need our y'all need a physical sperm. Where does it come from?
That's for right now. Give it to
from a man.
You guys need a physical woman to have a bear a child.
Listen, women.
You don't need a physical man to live with, to have a child with.
Where you getting the sperm from?
The hospital, bro.
Women like you always try to eliminate men, and that's where the issue is. You just said you don't need a man.
You don't.
You don't want him. You want the potion that lives inside of his testicles.
The women are actually a huge part of the problem, and it is so subtle, yet it's insidious. Women, the contempt, the subtle arrogance and entitlement around your needs and self-righteously expecting your needs to get met while withholding respect and just common decency and niceness and warmth is profound. Like, oh, and I am guilty of it as well. This is women. This is the mess that we're making. I have seen too many men whose dignity has been snuffed out when his wife could hold the position of building up that dignity. What an honor that could be. What healing is available. But no, we want to be right and we want our needs met. So many men trying so hard in their own way to not be received. Not good enough. Not exactly what I needed. You're not safe. Women don't realize that our words and our energy cut deeply to a man, and then we wonder why he's not showing up.
The fastest way to lose a good man isn't cheating. Yeah, it's becoming his biggest source of stress instead of his peace.
Yeah.
Men don't leave because someone prettier comes along. They leave because home becomes harder than the outside world. When a man's dealing with work pressure, he needs one place where he can breathe. That place should be you. Many women forget this. They compete with their man instead of complimenting him, challenging every decision and turning conversations into debates.
Exactly.
That's not partnership. It's exhausting. He doesn't need another mother. He needs his woman. Soft where the world's hard. Warm where everything else is cold. Make home his sanctuary, or watch him find peace somewhere else.
Why do y'all only want traditional man leadership when it's convenient for you? Why is that? Why is that?
Here you go.
I just got a question. You know what I mean?
Just expand on that a little. What are you saying? What are you trying to imply here?
Gladly. Okay, what I'm saying is that women want selective traditionalism, right? So when it comes to the man leading and all of that, when they're benefiting, they're all for it. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to the man leading on and they feel like they ain't getting nothing out of it or they don't agree with it, then they want to raise up and have a problem with it. You feel what I'm saying? If you want traditionalism, which is the man leading and the woman being in her place and all of that good stuff, relax, in her place.
We could hold up. We can have some traditionalism mixed in with some contemporary things.
And that's the
we
thing.
can mix it all in. Why gotta be one way or this way?
Men are being scolded a lot right now from something called mental overload. While this is very true and very valuable, there are a lot of creators who talk about this, so I want to talk about the men's version of mental overload, which is emotional overload, and it comes from female partners onto men. This is where the female partner expects their man to support, empathize, provide a safe space for the emotions from the day, their traumas from the past, all without reciprocating back a safe space for the man to release his emotions, his energy, his traumas. He's also expected to predict, mind read, basically guess at how she wants things done exactly as she would do them, or else he's gonna get scolded for it and knocked down because she feels it's common sense and maybe he's never done it before, or he doesn't do it like she would do it. Many men feel like they can't be intimate or vulnerable with their partners because they're gonna get scolded, they're gonna feel emasculated, they're gonna feel like their partner doesn't like them anymore, simply is unattracted to them anymore, simply because they showed some emotion. So there are definitely a lot of times in relationships where men will rely on women for these simple tasks that maybe women feel are common sense, but we also don't talk about the emotional burden that women put on men and expect them just to take without reciprocating that same space and energy back. Partnership is understanding we don't have equal skill sets and abilities, but complementary skill sets and abilities, and creating safe space and understanding for...
Are you single right now?
Real single.
Have you ever been married before?
Yeah, I was married for a long time.
How long?
About 30 years.
So how's dating been the last year single?
I don't date. I don't have time for that.
So would you say that you're looking for something serious again at 50 right now?
Yeah, somebody that meets my expectations.
So what do you expect from your man right now?
To take care of me, to provide for me, even though I don't need a man to provide for me.
So you would go Dutch with a man?
To me, that word Dutch.
When you go out to, dinner, he pays for his stuff, you pay for yours?
Not really. If he's a man, he can pay for both. Okay. But I'm not expecting for him to pay for me because I can provide my own dinner, my own anything. I can provide anything that I want,
So you wouldn't want him to cover the date, or would you?
I don't want a man. I don't need a man. I can be with a man if I want to. I don't need a man,
So you're fine being single forever? Yeah. That's the point that you've gotten to?
So far.
Do you think that was because you're...
I don't need a man. I want a man.
He looks at me and then looks away and keeps walking. And this is an issue that I have been experiencing abroad no matter where I go. The black men look at you like, why the f*** are you here? And will not talk to you. They won't say hi. They won't crack a smile. None of that. And it's...
Got on my bags, what's next? I'm on my way to Thailand. I'm on my way to Thailand. Passport, flex. I don't expect nothing less. I'm on my way to Thailand. I'm on my way to Thailand.
You have traded being submissive to a husband to being submissive to an employer, to a boss, to a corporation. I think a corporation is going to be more cold than the husband. I think a corporation is going to ask you for more than your husband. The corporation, your boss is going to say, show up at 6 a.m., at 7 a.m., wear this. But if a guy's like, hey, I don't want you to go out in public with your hanging out, that's somehow an issue. But of course that would never fly in the workplace. Like if your job was like, we need you to dress modestly in the workplace.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, boss. I think a husband, a boyfriend is going to ask you for a lot less. You guys have traded it. You've traded it.
Honestly, that's such a great perspective. I never actually thought about it in that way, but honestly, like everything that you said that you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do is literally submitting to a job.
It's submitting to professionalism.
But the job doesn't love you. The job is not going to care about you like that. The job is not going to care if you're sick. The job is not going to care if your mom gets cancer.
They'll fire you.
You're having bad period cramps. Your job does not care, but your husband would.
Can I still get a successful man if I'm a single mother? Ma'am, if you take care of yourself, there are always offers. Doesn't matter your circumstances, as long as you put yourself together well, there will be offers for you. If you didn't get a man in your 20s, you can get a man in your 30s. If you didn't get a man in your 30s, you get a man in your 40s. Don't listen to this bull crap you hear on the internet from guys, especially guys. Guys like to say that kind of stuff. And other women that want you to be miserable like they are, that are, because they're single, they're going to tell you some bullshit. Oh, you're a single mom, you're not going to be able to get, that's all bull crap. Men will date you even if you have a husband. You think he gives a shit if you have a kid? I promise you, if you put yourself together well and maintain your beauty, there will be offers at all levels. Don't listen to those people.
So you really brought your son
On a date? I mean, come on, man. And you're gonna order appetizers, you order everything, whatever. So what are we supposed to be doing after this? I thought we had plans after the date. Okay, bet. That's what's up. So you don't hear me now?
But that tastes
Yo.
We're talking.
Look, you've been on this date talking to your son the whole time. I didn't even know you were gonna bring a kid with you. What's up with that? So hold on. So you just brought me out to take you and your kid out to eat?
Right, yep. Use your money, your pockets.
So what we doing after this? Are we dropping him off to his daddy's or what? What we doing?
Nope.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Peace.
Yo, excuse me, sir. Hey, could you go ahead and split that check for us, please?
You so ugly. You don't have a day. That's why me and mommy saying bad stuff when we're eating ice cream. And sir, mister, can you sell that food for him? Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Quick question for you. You think it's okay to date a man for money?
100%. I think if your man doesn't have money, you should leave him.
So why wouldn't you date a broke guy?
Because he's broke. I need to be able to go out to dinner. I need my nails done, my hair. I mean, like, we need stuff.
I mean, but I think that if he treats you right and he's got, like, a plan.
Maybe if he has a plan to make money, but, like, if he just plans on being poor and living off me, like, I'm pre-med. I don't need some poor man leeching off me.
So if you met a guy and...
Poor? I wouldn't meet a guy that was poor. I wouldn't meet a poor man. I only meet rich men.
So you don't think that puts you in a gold digger category?
100%, I think it puts me in a gold digger category, but I think if you're pretty enough, it doesn't matter.
And you think the men watching this would agree?
100%.
That you're worth the
100%.
The wanting that man to spend and spoil.
Yep, 100%. Cause like, why am I gonna spend all my money on a man? I'm a surgeon.
The difference between a man being a full-time dad and a mom being a full-time dad, the mother always wants to prove that she can get it by herself, and she tries to make the man miserable once he moves on and finds somebody else. When a man is a full-time father, he tries to find ways and hustles to elevate the kid's life so the kids don't have to feel like they're not loved by anybody. You females want your kids to feel like they don't have a dad. Y'all talk bad about the dad. Y'all do everything but try to feed your kids, feed life into your kids the way the fathers do. That's why some of y'all shouldn't be parents. Some of y'all just parents because y'all worry about the wrong things. Why don't you get up and hustle? Why are you worried about what he's not doing for your kids, and why don't you worry about what you should be doing for your kids? Whatever he's lacking in, you're supposed to be pulling, whether you want to or not, whether it's right or it's wrong. You're a parent too, and you're never supposed to let your kids feel what the you're feeling. They're never supposed to cry when you cry. They're never supposed to know what the you're going through, and that's the problem with you parents. So no, I'm not gonna make bitter bitch content. No, if you don't gotta hustle when you, no, I'm not gonna make content for you. My content is always gonna be for the real ones who get the up and get it. Learn to hustle, shorty. Tell you not.
When a woman is truly in love with a man, the only person who will ruin that relationship is the man himself. Because a woman who loves for real doesn't give up easily. She stays, she supports, she forgives, she fights for what she believes in. She's not looking for excuses to leave, she's looking for reasons to stay. But everything changes when the man starts failing her, when he becomes inconsistent, when he disrespects her, when he stops choosing her the way he used to. And little by little, he starts breaking what she was trying to protect. Because a woman in love will tolerate a lot, but not forever. She will try again. She will give chances. She will hope things change. Until one day, she gets tired. Not because she stopped loving, but because she got tired of loving alone. And that's when the man realizes he didn't lose her because she wanted to leave. He lost her because of how he treated her. Because when a woman loves you, she builds. But when you fail her too many times, you're the one who destroys it.
Good news, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies are finally starting to understand that I am currently in my soft guy era. Drizzle. So I had a young lady slide into my DMs. She hit me in the DMs and she said, Dom P, I'm interested in you. I want to take you out. I said, cool, baby. Let's do it. She said, okay, what would you like to eat? I said, let's do Maestro's Ocean Club. I like surf and turf. I said, make sure that you get a bottle of Veuve Clicquot because that's my favorite champagne. It'll be better for you to go and stop by Costco and get it because it'll be cheaper than the restaurant. See, I'm already saving her money. Then she said, is there anything else that you need? And I said, listen, baby, you know that there's something else that I need. I went ahead and sent her the Cash App for my barber because on Wednesday I got to go and get my beard taken care of, and we're going out on Thursday. I also told her to make sure she washes her car because I don't want to ride in a dirty car. I gave her the information to come and pick me up at 7:30. I told her make sure she's not late because I don't play that. And I also made it clear that just because she's taking me out on a beautiful date and spending several $100s on me, that does not mean she's getting any D at the end of the night.
My boyfriend gave me a serious case of the ick. How do I get over it? My boyfriend went out to mow the backyard yesterday. So far so good, it was overgrown anyway. After about 30 minutes he came back inside pouring down sweat, saying that he needed to take a small break. He sat on the couch for about 5 minutes drinking some tea before he went back outside to resume mowing. Another 20 minutes later he came back inside. The backyard had been fully turned into a football field by this point. Face flushed, breathing heavily, completely covered with sweat as he drank some more tea as though his life depended on it. Since then, I've kind of felt unattracted to him. His exhaustion made me see... Sorry, this is so ridiculous. Wait, a man can't be tired. Wait, hold on. His exhaustion made him seem kind of weak and incapable. It wasn't even that hot. It was only around 80 degrees, though admittedly fairly humid. Girl, what do I do? How do I scrub my brain clean and regain attraction to him? God forbid a man is tired. No, I bet you're suffering. I get it.
You know, you have to understand that when you ask about where all the good men are, a lot of these men are quiet. They're right in front of you. They didn't disappear. They just quiet. I'm selective. I'm less willing to throw myself into another situation that looks and that feels unserious. You look and you feel unserious. This whole thing that we got going on looks and feels unserious. It looks like you playing around. You about to play with my money, about to play with my time. Some of these brothers got kids and you about to play with my kids. And if you start doing that, you might have a problem.